Man, let's be real for a second. The streets are tired. The fans are tired. Even the people inside the industry, the ones who always act like they're too cool to speak on it, they're tired too. Everybody has been sitting around, waiting, watching, hoping, and now one voice finally said out loud what everybody else has been whispering in barbershops, studios, and Twitter threads. Drake, drop Iceman already. Enough is enough. No more cryptic posts. No more little hints. No more dangling carrots in front of the people. It's time to let the music fly. Welcome to celebrity rap life, where the red carpets never roll up and the spotlight never fades. The rewards are legendary. Because in celebrity rap life, every downfall can become a comeback, and every headline tells a deeper story. Hit that like button, subscribe, and turn on notifications so you don't miss a second of what's coming next. That voice belonged to none other than 21 Savage, and he didn't sugarcoat it. No emoji game. No drawn-out caption with fake politeness. Just a clean, direct demand typed into the comments on Drake's Instagram. Drop the album, dog. That's it. Simple. Raw. Straight from the heart. And because it's 21 saying it, it carries weight. He's not some random fan. He's not a blogger trying to stir the pot. This is the guy who stood shoulder to shoulder with Drake on her loss. The guy who tore up the charts with him. The guy who won Grammys with him. When 21 speaks, it's not just his voice. It's the voice of the streets, amplified for the world to hear. And the truth is, 21 tapped into an energy that's been bubbling for months. Fans have been restless. Every day that passes without Iceman feels heavier. Every snippet, every leaked studio clip, every blurry live stream leaves people more frustrated. Because this isn't just about any Drake album. This isn't another playlist drop like More Life. It's not a left-field experiment like Honestly, Nevermind. No, this is supposed to be the one. The comeback album. The statement piece. The rebound after the heavyweight fight of his career against Kendrick Lamar. A battle that left scars on both sides but reshaped the narrative in the process. Drake hasn't dropped a full solo album since that drama shook the culture. Sure, he's given us features, little collabs, and scattered singles. But those were appetizers. The fans are starving for the main course. They want that full plate of Drake, the ice-cold bars, the captions that dominate Instagram, the hooks that swallow TikTok whole, the records that make you pull over in your car because you just caught a line that hit too hard. That's what Iceman is supposed to represent. The moment when the sixth god reminds the world exactly who he is. But here's the catch. Drake has been moving like he's got all the time in the world. Instead of feeding the streets, he's been teasing. Instead of handing over the work, he's been on live streams with Aiden Ross, clowning around with XQC, or laughing it up while sipping from a styrofoam cup. He'll talk about studio nights, he'll talk about the vibe, but he won't actually deliver. That's why when 21 Savage typed those 4 words, it landed like a gut punch. It felt like a brother grabbing him by the collar and saying, "Yo, enough waiting. Let's go." And let's be clear, this isn't just about impatience. This is about momentum. The rap game doesn't stop. Nobody puts their foot on the brake just because Drake hasn't moved yet. Kendrick Lamar has been white hot, tearing up stadiums with the Grand National Tour. J. Cole has been lurking in the shadows, ready to slide in with one heavy drop. Future, Travis Scott, the new wave of UK rappers, and even rising American stars like Lil Baby, Lil Durk, and Ice Spice are all applying pressure. For the first time in years, it feels like Drake isn't leading the pack. He's chasing. And that's a position the OVO boss is not used to playing from. That's why every move matters. Look at Johnny Manzel, Drake's longtime homie and former NFL quarterback. He tried to calm the fans down, tossing out a little hope. He said the album might drop late October, maybe early November, right around Drake's birthday season. He even said he plans to bring Drake out to an Aggies football game in Texas around that time. And sure, that's a cool visual. Drake on the sidelines, cameras flashing, a stadium roaring. But fans don't care about football cameos. They don't care about photo ops. They care about one thing, and one thing only, the music. That's the only scoreboard that matters. And right now, the music hasn't been hitting the way it usually does. Drake already dropped 2 singles off Iceman. The first one, What Did I Miss?, came in hot. It debuted at number 2 on the Billboard Hot 100, which is normally a win. But then it slid. Fast. Too fast. It tumbled out of the top 30 in just 4 weeks. For most artists, that's not embarrassing. But for Drake, for the guy who's made a career out of dominating charts for months at a time, that's unheard of. It raised eyebrows. It planted seeds of doubt. Then there was Which One, with Central C. On paper, that looked like a home run. Drake linking up with one of the hottest names from the UK drill scene? That should have been a global smash. The formula was there, the crossover appeal, the drill energy, the transatlantic connection. But when it dropped, it didn't stick. It debuted at number 23 and never even cracked the top 20. For an artist who used to make chart history look routine, that's a problem. That's a red flag waving in the middle of OVO's empire. And that's why people are restless. That's why 21 Savage couldn't stay quiet. The longer Drake waits, the more the narrative shifts. The more people start to whisper, what if Iceman isn't that good? The more the pressure builds, not just from fans but from the entire culture. Because if there's one thing the culture loves, it's watching the king get tested. Drake, for his part, has tried to reassure everybody. He's gone on streams and talked about the grind. On that kick session with Aiden Ross, XQC, and Party Next Door, he described his life in the studio like it was some mix of chaos and dedication. He said he'll stay up all night recording, then run outside to party when the vibes get too crazy, only to run back inside and keep recording. He framed it like he's living in this non-stop cycle of music and madness. And maybe that's true. Maybe he's locked in, searching for that spark. But it also sounds like a man chasing a feeling he used to catch with ease. Back in the Take Care era, or Nothing Was the Same, every line Drake wrote felt like it would shift the culture. Every album felt like an event. Now, it feels like he's trying to recapture that magic, chasing ghosts of his own greatness. And the streets. They don't care about the process. They don't care about how many late nights he spends in the booth, or how many times he runs outside for a shot before running back in. The streets care about one thing, results. They want records that shake blocks, songs that become anthems, hooks that dominate radio and playlists. They want Iceman to be the reminder that Drake isn't just part of the conversation, he is the conversation. And let's not pretend Drake doesn't know this. He's one of the sharpest minds in hip-hop. He studies the culture like a scientist. He knows what fans crave, what critics will dissect, and what the industry expects. The only question is, why wait? Why drag it out? Some say he's scared. Some say he's waiting to drop during the holidays to maximize streams. Some say he's still tweaking because he knows the stakes are higher than they've ever been. Whatever the case, the waiting game is starting to backfire. And that's what makes 21 Savage's comments so important. This isn't just a fan begging. This isn't a blogger stirring hype. This is his right-hand man from her loss, the guy who went on tour with him, who shared the stage and the spotlight. When 21 says, drop it now, that's not criticism. That's a wake-up call. That's the kind of push a brother gives when he sees you second-guessing yourself. It's tough love, but it's love all the same. And honestly, that might be exactly what Drake needs. Because let's be honest, if Iceman flops, it's more than just a bad album. It's a shift in the balance of power. Drake's legacy is cemented. He's one of the greatest to ever do it. But hip-hop doesn't crown people forever. The crown is always up for grabs. Kendrick is right there, swinging heavy. J. Cole waits for the perfect moment. Future is always lurking with consistency. Travis Scott is still capable of setting the world on fire. And the younger generation, Ice Spice, Lil Baby, Lil Durk, they're flooding the game with heat. If Drake doesn't move, the game will move without him. So now, the spotlight is blinding. All eyes are on OVO. All eyes are on the Six God. 21 Savage has spoken, the fans are screaming, the industry is watching. The ball is in Drake's court. Will he finally drop Iceman and remind everybody why he's the most dominant artist of his generation? Or will he keep dragging his feet until the hype fizzles out? One thing's for sure, the streets don't wait forever. And right now, the streets are hungry. This story is far from over, and the truth is still unfolding. I want to hear what you think. Drop your take in the comments. And if you don't want to miss the next twist, hit that like button, subscribe, and turn on notifications so you don't miss a second of what's coming next.